and the prices was 1,100,000, and they are not ready to negotiate even 1%.
About how to not lose money.
We need to balance the seller as well as the buyer, because this seller can be our buyer.
Conclusion, listen to the agent. Welcome back to The Real Deal in Dubai by Model Living. I'm your host, Noah Miguel, and today I have two handsome agents from our team here sitting. Next to me is Ali and Thasthakeer. Maybe you introduce yourself first, Ali.
Yeah,
It's your first time, right?
Yes, this is my first podcast with you, and my name is Shujat Ali. I'm working with Modern Living from last 1 year, and this is my first real estate job in Dubai. Yeah.
Pretty good. Amazing. And we have Thasthakeer.
So I'm Thasthakeer, working with you past couple of months, and this is my third job. It is the first job as a real estate agent. So, yeah.
Yeah, I remember when how we met. Maybe we can just dive in shortly. Just let's talk about the topic today. We're talking about how to not lose money, and in general how to trust the agent, why you should listen to the agent, and we talk about some stories. 1-2 sentences how we met. It was one deal I did with you. You didn't even work in real estate, and we did a deal. And then when I became some month after, when I was a free agent, and then some month after when I became the head of Modern Living, the first one who I hired was you. So
it's an amazing story.
It was very good. Yeah, perfect. So let's dive into how to not lose money and some stories and examples. What do you think, guys? Who wants to start? I think Ali, you want to start with one story you had?
Yes, I have a very interesting story. By the New Year Eve of this year, 2023, I have one client who want to buy 2-bedroom apartment, and one developer who is offering 20% off, 20% discount on the New Year offer.
Okay, so developer New Year offering
yes,
10% less than
20% left.
20%.
Original price was 1,040,000, and it is coming around 820,000 the price. So I took my client, I show him the apartment, he liked the apartment, he liked the project, everything, he liked the amenities, everything he liked. He is okay, Mr. Ali, tomorrow I will give you check. And tomorrow was, this is the first day of New Year, it was holiday, everyone was enjoying. And I request the developer, please keep the office open, I will bring the check. They said, okay, we'll keep your office open for you till 1 p.m. so you can bring, okay. So meanwhile, my client discussed with his friend in Dubai. Actually, he came from Kuwait. So someone gave him, I don't know what kind of advice he gave to my client, and the client didn't give the checks. And the same client came to me after 4 weeks exactly, and he told me that, Mr. Ali, I want to buy the same apartment. I said, no, okay, come with me, let's go. If there is available some unit, I will get for you. And when we went there, and the prices was 1,100,000, and they are not ready to negotiate even 1%. This was the crazy story.
So first there was an offer 20% off.
Yes.
He came to you. He was okay. Let's do it tomorrow. And he was still thinking 4 weeks. After 4 weeks, he came back. It was how much? 20% less is
800,000. 820. Yeah.
820,000. He came back after 4 weeks, and he lost
around 300,000. And he was holding his head. He said, "What mistake I did? What wrong information I get from my friend or family member who gave him the information." He was really, in a bad position.
Yeah.
So, but at that moment, we cannot do anything for him. This was the price the developer is giving. They're not willing to give the previous price. So
yeah. So what's the conclusion after this? Listen to the words from the agent, right?
Yes. Sometimes you have to take the decision immediately. If you in the very real estate market, if you wait too long, you will lose some great deals.
Especially there, you will lose money. Yeah. So conclusion: listen to the agent, and
just you work with reliable agents who will give you the real information. Then you can take your decision immediately.
Yeah. Yes, not only in off plan, we have it also in secondary. Thasthakeer especially has a lot of experience in downtown. Maybe you have one story in downtown you can talk about how you managed to save some money for the client.
It's an interesting story. My deal is closed in Vida Residence downtown, which is 3-bedroom apartment. So the apartment price set by seller is 6.2 million. By the way, I got the offer from the buyer 5.4 million.
So it's a big difference.
There's a big difference between the seller requirement and the buyer offer.
Okay.
So what I did, I managed the situation, and I explained about the value of this unit, not about the price. So every agent's talking about the price, so which not give the result. So we need to talk about the value of this unit.
So what's the actual value of the unit?
The value of the unit is it's a high floor unit and 0-1 layout and full furnished Burj Khalifa view, and the price is, as per the DXB Interact and some other survey, the price is reasonable price, which is set by the seller. So the buyer is the motivated buyer and interested. So I understood his requirement. So I know he will buy this unit. So I need to balance buyer and the seller.
Yeah.
So I negotiate with my seller also, and I explain the situation of the downtown nearby. They are going to launch, the open new project, which is Act 1, Act 2, and also the Forte downtown views.
For handover.
These kind of towers are going to hand over. So might be the price can be dropped. So I explained the ethical way to my seller, and he understood, and he asked finally 5.8 million. I will close the deal.
So you managed the seller to bring down from 6.2 to 5.8
million. So which I know that buyer will accept. So because there's no such transaction recently for 3-bedroom in DXB Interact.
Okay.
So the high price, all of the transactions are high price. So this price is, the reasonable price as per the downtown recent transaction. So he agreed, a buyer finally he's agreed. So a deal happened through the agent, another agent. So the agent also is trustworthy agent, and he understood the situation.
Yeah.
So end of the day, the buyer and the seller, they didn't lose the money, and we managed the situation because we provide the right advice, and we explain the market situation and explain about the product value.
Yeah. So you managed to get the seller down and tell him, okay, that's the right value when you sell at this price. He made a good profit, I think so. He bought some years back, so he made a good profit. He didn't lose money. I would say he sold at the right market value, and the buyer bought the apartment at the right value as well. So both didn't lose money, and both listened to the agent and took a look at the prices to what's going on. And especially, you have a lot of units in Act 1, Act 2, and Forte everywhere in downtown views, but especially Act 1, Act 2, and Forte is next to the Vida as well, so you know what's going on for the 3 bedrooms.
True. So based on that, I advised to him, and he understood, because past 3 months I'm having that unit, and the price set it, and no one is ready to make the deal. So I explained the situation, because he need to make the deal immediately. So after explanation, he accepted the offer, and we closed the deal, and end of the day, both of them happy. So this is the things we need to do as an agent. We need to balance the seller as well as the buyer, because this seller can be our buyer because he sold the unit. So maybe a couple of months later, he will come, Thasthakeer, can you find the unit because you are a specialist in downtown and you know the price. So I need the unit from you. Yeah. So that's why I manage the situation and I balance buyer and seller.
Very good.
Yeah.
Perfect. Amazing story. Yeah, sounds good. Ali, back to you. I remember you told me some weeks back you had some story where also was something happening in the secondary.
Yes, actually, I have one seller who was selling his 2-bed townhouse in Mag project. So he was asking about 2 million cash for the cash buyer. He told me, I will deal with only cash buyer. If you have cash buyer, I will take 2 million. Okay. So I brought one cash buyer for him. He's ready to give the check for the down payment of 10%.
So 200,000?
Yeah, 200,000.
Yes.
So I told my seller that I have a serious buyer. Here is the check copy, and let's close the deal. He said, no, I have an offer of 2.1 million from another agent, and if your client is ready to pay me 2.1 million, then I can proceed. I said, this is what we agreed, and I have the check, and if you have the real deal with the other agent, okay, go ahead with the other agent. But here I have a check in my hand, but the other offer is in the, it's nowhere.
So there was no check. There was no check from the 2.1 from the other agent.
There is no check.
But you had a check.
Yes, I had a check. So the guy said, okay, no, I will wait for 2.1 million. Okay, I said, okay, what I can do.
And then what happened?
After that, I lose this buyer, because at that moment I don't have any 2-bedroom in 2 million, and that my buyer has bought a unit through another agent in 2 million in the same project. Same day he gave the check and everything, he signed the MOU. Next day, same seller is coming to me, then, Mr. Ali, is your buyer is still looking for the unit? I said, no, he already booked the unit.
Another one.
Yeah. So there was no real offer from the other agent, and he was waiting. He lost the deal.
He lost the whole deal.
Yeah, he lost all the deal within 24 hours.
Not even getting a check from the 2.1, so he didn't listen to you and take the check for 2 million. So
I sent him the check copy. I sent him the passport copy of this buyer, that he's a buyer. Check, this is a real check from the buyer, from his own name.
Yeah.
So just accept it, and we will prepare the MOU. But he was became a bit greedy for 100,000, and there was no 100,000 existing. So he lost the deal. Both the deal he lost.
So again, in this case, clients should always listen to honest agents. Like, this is the conclusion as well.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Listen to the agent.
There is some offer which are just in words. There is no real offer. Yeah. Some agents or some people say that your value is high and they exaggerate the prices, and owner are thinking, yeah, maybe we're getting a much better price what they're offering. But this price is also above 100,000 the market exact transaction value.
Yeah.
If you will see the DXP transactions for the same project, the maximum transaction was 1.9 million for the back-to-back units, and I am offering from 2 million, 100,000 more. Then, this is just 1 week before the transaction was happened.
So conclusion, the sellers and buyers, they should listen to experienced agents and give the trust and listen what they're saying, because I mean you know what's going on, what's going on in downtown. So conclusion, listen to the agent, whatever they are saying. Do you have another story or anything what you experienced to give the right value to a buyer in downtown?
Basically, I can explain like one more story is like when it comes to buyer, like they want to view the unit.
Yeah.
So certain occasion we can able to show the apartment.
This was
the incidents happened with you. I remember still. So you brought one client. I think he's from Spanish.
No, he was Ukraine
client. Okay.
So yeah, I brought him, and I know we both knew. Okay, the handover, there was no handover, but we still managed to
we don't want to lose the money, and we don't want to lose the client. So we need to manage the situation, and we need to show the apartment in any way.
Yeah.
So he's supposed to fly on next day.
Yeah.
To the country. So I hope you took some steps, and because of your experience, and you managed the situation. So we did that.
So we managed to get the viewing, and it was done. So yeah, that's also a thing.
So what I noticed, like when it comes to like any situation, because either viewing or like any kind of potential things, we should not lose as an agent. We need to take it as a serious, and we need to work on really hard to get it done.
Yeah. So that's the thing. Like, listen to the agent's words. I mean, always as an agent, you need to be trustworthy. You need to give the right value.
Yes.
You need to know everything about the deal and everything about the area, and give the best for the client. And in this case, they will not lose the money, and buy the right things at the right market value and get the right service as well. Because to get the good unit, they need to experience also a very nice sales cycle. So I think this was a very good podcast. It was fast. I don't know how long it was, but it was good. Good values, good stories.
Yeah.
I would say we come to an end. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you so much. This is our first podcast, and it's uninteresting, and looking forward more.
Perfect. Thank you so much, guys. Thanks.
Welcome. Thank you.